and gentlemen, on this fine morning in September, nice to have you here. Hey, Street Talking Other Stuff, Mike Maddog, Magnotti. I got one of my favorite people on today, and that's good. But just before we get started, I was going fishing. I was going to go up to the Wenatchee River up Tumwater Canyon the other day to go fishing, and I really wanted to get on the other side of the river. And I stood there looking around, and there was some guy over on the other side. I said, "Hey, how do I get on the other side of the river?" And he says back to me, "You are on the other side of the river." Well, it's like the woman who, who was shopping in London, and she was going in a store and she ordered something to be shipped somewhere, and the store owner said to her, "Madam, are you traveling abroad?" And she said, "I am abroad." That could be taken either way, but never mind, forget about that. I'm going to get in trouble. But then, I'm already in trouble because my wife, Rosie, was yelling at me the other day. She says, "Are you even listening to me?" And I thought that was a really weird way to start a conversation. Okay, Street Talking Other Stuff. Mike Maddog, Magnotti, you stick around. We will be right back.
If you love tennis, you need to experience Central Washington's best-kept secret, Harmony Meadows. Harmony Meadows is a world-class destination tennis and event center nestled between the Cascades and Orchardland in the beautiful Chelan Valley. The 8 outdoor tennis courts feature Lake Hole Masters 8, a cushioned surface used at the Miami Open. There's also 2 outdoor pickleball courts. With the stunning backdrops, Harmony Meadows is your ace destination. Call or see them on the web. Harmony Meadows.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait. There are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
Okay, we are back. And like I said, one of my favorite people is here today, Mr. Matt Cadman.
How are you, Mike? Good to see you again.
This guy here, he is, I consider myself a Renaissance man because I do a lot of stuff and I like to cook. But this guy's got it down pat, former educator, long time, very popular educator too. From what I understand.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, that is true. The same thing about my police career.
Yeah.
So, you were a great cop, some people say. Not everyone agrees, But he was executive director of the Performing Arts Center for quite some time. How many years was that? That was
a little over 6.
And you rocked it. Okay.
Well, thank you. It takes a village, but I think we had a pretty good run.
No, you did a good job. And then, most importantly, as a contributor to the arts, this gentleman is one of the best actors in town, and also he's a very good director. And we're going to talk about those 2 things that he's been doing. But we saw you just a little while ago finished your performance in Shakespeare's The Tempest that Pat Kapler did.
Yeah.
What was the name of your character again?
Stefano.
That's right.
Yeah.
I saw the show. I couldn't understand a word anybody was saying.
No, it's Shakespeare. You're just going to hang out and say, I saw Shakespeare. It's the experience.
But you were great. You were Riot, you and Ernest Palmer.
Ernest and I played a couple of drunks.
Yeah.
And, years and years of preparation went into that role.
Little Stanislavski method acting there.
Yeah.
Use your past experience.
The only thing left over is the beard.
Yeah.
But and then you just finished up Hard Body, so
Yeah, that's right.
right
yeah.
back at you.
Okay, well,
yeah,
appreciate that.
that was an incredible run.
Yeah. Those
Starring you on a truck.
Hot August night shows, really cool.
Yeah.
I played a blowhard radio announcer, totally unlike my character.
Who knew? How many people auditioned for that role? He said, "No, Mike."
I don't think any. I think Jamie. I think it was kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, but you know.
He's the one we need.
But hey, what's new in your world? You know.
Oh my gosh!
Don't talk about the play you got coming up because we're gonna. If you talk about that now, we're not gonna have anything to talk about for the rest
I
of
could
this.
talk 3 hours about this play,
Okay.
but I won't.
All right.
I won't. Well, I've just enjoyed a very quiet summer at home with my beautiful bride Camille, and in my retirement phase, or what I call it, pre-Act 3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Act 3 is going to be, but
Yeah.
I had a chance.
Glory
to,
days are always ahead, buddy.
I hope
you know?
so.
That's how I look at it.
I'm counting on that. So I was able to get back into the theater, not running a theater, but actually being part of it, which I would have never been able to do had I still been working. So
Right.
The Tempest was a ball. Pete Kapler just did this amazing job out
And
in the courtyard.
he seems like a really nice guy. I haven't been in a show he's done.
Well, you will be, because he's going to be here for a long time.
All right, good, yeah.
And he and his wife Meg are just
Oh,
this
she's an
amazing
incredible
couple.
actress.
Yeah.
Really good. So, you know.
And they are just as fun on the other side of the stage as they are on stage. So
cool.
Pete directed The Tempest, but
Tempest,
he's
right.
going to be starring in The Elephant Man.
Oh,
So he's got kind of, and I'm directing The Elephant Man, but I was a character player in The Tempest, so I felt, I said, I feel your pain, Pete.
So you're switching the roles around.
Switching around a little bit, yeah.
Okay, well,
So-
before we start talking about the show itself, The Elephant Man is opening this Thursday night. So
Yes.
let's talk about the run, where people can get tickets, where it's
Well,
going to be performed.
the usual suspects, the America Pack box office. Our show only runs for 4 performances.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, and 2 shows on Saturday.
Okay, so it's
with
this
the matinee.
weekend only then?
It's this
Oh,
weekend,
wow.
only 4 shows. It's going to be inside the Pack, in the main theater, unlike Hard Body, unlike The Tempest. We're going to actually use the proscenium theater.
Okay.
So we're hoping that everyone will come and see it.
Okay.
It'll be very, very exciting. Tickets are on sale now. We're online at
Yeah.
AmericaPack.org.
Yeah, all you got to do is go in and Google Wenatchee PAC or, Numerica
Numerica.
Pack, and it'll bring you right to the place where you go for the ticket office.
Right,
So,
right. So we're hoping to have a robust attendance there.
Yeah.
It's not a funny play. You're not going to be laughing. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are some very funny parts.
Yeah.
But it's one of the more thoughtful plays, and I think people, if we do our job right, will walk out feeling a little different than they did when they walked in.
Okay, well, we're going to get to that, but because I want to ask you why you're doing the show, but you
Yeah.
actually cast the show.
Oh my
some
gosh,
time
yes.
ago,
Well,
before,
Wenatchee has, Mike, you know this, being a practitioner, but all of you out there, Wenatchee's become quite a culturally vivacious little region.
Oh, we're just rolling with
So
good drama.
if you
Good
go
theater,
back to
right?
Apple Blossom in May, and then move that through, The Tempest
All right.
was new. That was out in the courtyard of the Pack. Then you had Hands on a Hard Body, which is on the stage. You
Right.
had Young Shakes. You've got LST, 3 shows still running.
Right.
Or one of them, I think, is still running.
Music Theater Wenatchee, Adam's Family.
Music Theater just has
I think-
auditioned in their rehearsal for Adam's Family. So looking
And
back
then
on
the
that,
winter show
what is
for
it?
Music Theater Wenatchee,
What is it?
Exit Laughing.
Oh, I didn't. Who's
Okay,
directing? You?
Me, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have been looking for years, literally, for a show that will feature adult, mature women, and I found. But let's not.
No, but
This show isn't about me.
No. That's why you have a single camera on you right now. I'll just peek over here. Mike, that's great. You married the lead, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Have you directed before?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well.
I did Dracula a couple times. I did Streetcar Named Desire. You didn't see Streetcar?
I did not see
Oh,
Streetcar.
it was great. I
don't think I was
discovered
in-
Emma Standerford. I
Oh, is that-
discovered her.
Oh, I did see it. I did see
Yeah,
that.
that's
She
what it
was
is.
amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, Emma's great.
But let's
Anyway.
let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about you.
I'd like just to take a couple seconds to tell you that there is life beyond Magnotti. It's not very often.
Yeah. Oh. Okay,
yeah.
so the Elephant Man.
So the Elephant Man opens this week. We've been in rehearsal since August 12th, but I booked it. There's my old job again. I cast it back in May,
Yeah.
knowing that many of our regional actors were already tied up in one of those 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different shows.
I see, okay.
So I want to make it very clear that I love the fact you're in those shows, and our rehearsal schedule and performance schedule will hinder none of that.
Okay, cool.
So if you're in The Tempest, if you're in Hard Body, if you're in Leavenworth Summer Theater, if you're in, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And we'll be very, very accommodating. And that worked out great. So it's really been a luxury to have a cast ensemble already for 4 months.
Yeah.
So we started in earnest in the middle of August. So we've been rehearsing 4 nights a week till then.
Oh, cool. All right.
And we are ready to go. And I have to say, I've directed a fair amount of shows, and this is by far got my spidey sense out.
Okay, now you said that Pete Kapler has the lead, but I don't know if that's exactly true.
He is one of the leads.
Okay,
That's
all
right.
right, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
He plays the doctor in the
All right.
show named Frederick Treves. But the Elephant Man, who is the subject of the show, John Merrick, is played by Matthew Pittman.
Right.
Our old friend Matthew Pittman.
now I remember, Matthew, of course, was starred in Hard Body, did a great job as he usually does, but I remember him mentioning that this was going to be a difficult part for him because of the physical
Yeah.
attributes of it. How did that actually,
Well, he's a great actor and he's got
Oh, yeah.
great training,
Yeah,
but
he's
I don't think he was quite ready for what this was.
Yeah.
The Elephant Man is based on the real life story of a young man named Merrick,
Right.
John Merrick, actually Joseph Merrick, who was born so deformed. His head was 5 times the size of a regular head. He had pus, and he had flaps of skin, and he had an arm that was useless, and he had a hip problem because of all that weight. But in the play, that is all manifest in the imagination.
oh, really?
So we don't have any prosthetics for Matthew. When he comes out, he is in basically swaddling clothes
Yeah.
as being a specimen at a medical lecture.
Right.
And as the doctor explains all the things wrong with him, he takes on the contortions of this guy.
Oh, really?
So when he talks about a hip that's completely out of joint and you're going to see him slowly do this, and he's got an arm that's completely useless, so he can't talk because of his mouth, and he has a hard time breathing, and you're going to see Matthew completely transform.
Just transform into that. Oh,
And for the
wow.
whole play, there's not a single prosthetic except Matthew.
Well, if there's a guy who can do it, it's our boy Matthew.
He has
Cadman.
just blown me away, all of us.
Yeah.
You're gonna, like I said, if you're not transformed by the end of the show, I haven't done my job right, but I think you will be.
Okay, so you've got Pete Kapler playing the doctor. You've got Matthew Pittman actually playing John
Yeah.
Merrick. Who else have you got in your cast?
Well, we have Tiffany Mauser, who's
Oh,
playing
Tiffany,
sort of the
great, yeah.
female lead.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of newcomers too.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
We have, or people who have in different roles. Milo Clanky, Milo
Oh, yeah.
from
yeah.
lots
Milo
of
the
shows.
set builder. So,
Yeah, Milo is not set building. Milo is acting in this
Great.
show.
Oh,
Yeah. And a list of about 8 or 9 others, so we are probably up to a cast of 12. Some of them are double and triple role playing, as the play calls for.
yeah.
So the whole idea is to be able to not be washed away with huge sets or what we might call the special effects,
Right.
and really zero in on the acting,
Oh,
and the
excellent. Good.
relationships.
Yeah.
It is an actor's dream, and I think
Yeah.
if you really love theater, you're gonna love it. The whole show is so powerful. This is the script, and it's just like 40 pages long, 50 pages long, but it is so evocative that I think there'll be a lot of hearts that'll be impacted.
Well, that's always the plan,
Yeah,
It's always
it
the
is.
plan. It's what we want.
Yeah.
So, okay, now look, I want to come back and talk more about this, but we got to take a quick break, okay? Street Talk and Other Stuff, Mike. Maddog Magnotti. I'm talking with Mr. Matt Cadman.
Director Mike Magnotti.
But Matt is directing The Elephant Man. It's going to open this Thursday night. You can get tickets by going to Numerica Pack or just run Wenatchee Performing Arts Center. Google it. It'll bring you right up where you need to go. Good drama, good stuff. And if you've never been to a live show, have you run into people who said, I've never been to one, and then they go to one? What do they say?
All the time.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
blown away.
Well, or in this case, there was a movie made.
Yeah, I
in
remember the movie.
1980,
Saw the movie a long time ago.
with John Hurt and Anthony Hopkins in the
Right.
2 lead roles. And this is nothing like the movie. They were completely prosthetics, and it was all this
Right.
massive sets and lots of subplots. So if you say, oh, I saw the movie, that has no correlation to what you're about to say.
And I love movies, no doubt, but I mean, live theater is just great. But hey, we got to take a break. So Street Talk and other stuff. Mike Maddog, Magnotti, you stick around. We will be back.
Yes.
They may not be from you, but they're a part of your family. For many reasons, not all children are being raised by their parents. Are you a family member who has stepped in to help raise grandchildren, nieces, or nephews? Whether court-ordered or not, Aging and Adult Care may be able to assist you with many needs. Kinship Care helps keep family and community ties together. Learn more about Kinship Care by contacting Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, working together for a better quality of life for all.
I have a hereditary bone disease from the female side of my family. My bone loss was so significant that you could almost see the roots. I became embarrassed and I started covering my mouth. Eating became very difficult as far as I stopped eating apples, corn on the cob, things that you just eat as it is without utensils. Dr. Divis was my dentist prior to having implants. We talked about traditional dentures or implants, and implants was the only way really that I could go. John Divis and all of his office staff, they checked on me throughout all the processes. I would never go anyplace else. Today, I can eat corn on the cob. I can have apples. Thanks to Dr. John Divis and his staff, I have my smile back. I feel more confident. I am me again.
This is John Divis. Let our team help you solve your dental needs.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills in Manson, where we've got huge news. We've started our Blueberry U-Pick. It's a great time to toss the family in the car and get on out to Blueberry Hills, where you can get the best down-home scratch country cooking around and pick some of the world's most delicious and largest blueberries that have been high desert farmed. This makes for an intense blueberry flavor, and they are so much fun to pick. Our fields are open 8 to 2:30 daily and restaurant from 8 to 3, so come on out and join us.
All right, we're back. Street Talk and other stuff. We're talking with Mr. Matt Cadman, who is directing the show The Elephant Man, which opens this Thursday night.
Yes.
Okay, at the Wenatchee Performing Arts Center. Tickets are available. If you don't have them, go get them. But, okay.
Now, Mike, I have to interrupt you. I know I'm retired from the PAC, but it's the Numerica Performing Arts Center.
Sorry.
Once an ED, always an ED.
Oh, that's right. You got to make sure that the sponsors get their
That's
credit.
right.
No doubt, no doubt. Okay, so you talked about the challenges with recreating, the physicality of the Elephant Man. Any other interesting challenges in this show that have come up with?
It's funny you should ask that, because this show is unlike the structure of any other show I've been part of. Mm-hmm. Instead of having 1, 2, 3, or the Tempest case 5 acts, this has 21 very short vignettes.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we'll take an intermission halfway through, but there are vignettes that are page and a half, 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So instead of having this broad, huge backstory kind of thing happening, you're watching it sort of as a serial as it progresses. And I think that's going to make for a very amazing situation. First of all, it's short, so you won't be bored.
All right.
So even if you've never been to a live show, at least it'll be over fast. But the idea of the show starts with, the characters at one place, and as a good play does, there's this really beautiful arc, and we end with them in another place.
Okay.
So in the middle of all that, we have 2 or 3 themes that we're really trying to work on, but this is a story of redemption. Which is
that's what I'm going to ask. What type of messages are you looking to have this show carry forth for you? So,
I don't direct a lot. So when I do, it's really important that there is sort of a message that I would like to express. And in this case, most of it has to do with spiritual themes and specifically sin and redemption. Mm-hmm. I was able to do Jesus Christ Superstar.
I remember that quite some time ago.
All the Night Visitors.
Right, remember that too.
Those both had the same similar theme of very broken individuals.
Right.
And in this case, the one that you consider to be the broken individual, the Elephant Man, the one with all the deformities and the terrible life, at 17, he sold himself out to a freak show.
Right. Just to support himself and make a living.
And he was completely, abused and taken advantage of and laughed at and humiliated. And people were so freaked out by this freak that he was in his own little shell. And it takes the love and the curiosity of this surgeon, Frederick Treves, played by Pete, to bring him out of his shell, and then all these other people come aboard to really realize that, man, oh man, this guy's amazing.
Yeah, it's a loving human being inside all this.
He's very bright, very sensitive, very artistic, loves the Lord, has never had a friend, is completely isolated, the loneliest guy ever, just been humiliated his whole life. And we watch him being drawn out. But as he's being drawn out, what we realize is he hasn't changed. He is as constant as the northern star.
Yeah.
It's the people that he touches who are going to be transformed.
They're the ones
by
whose
him.
hearts are changed, right?
And by the end of the show, you have this realization that he is really has taken the higher moral ground, and we have reacted to him.
Oh, really
but
cool.
it takes 21 scenes to get to that point.
Yeah, okay.
So this brilliant surgeon who has it all together, he says, I'm a scientist in an age of science, I'm an Englishman in the Empire of England. By the end of it, is I wouldn't say a broken man, but certainly a redeemed man.
Yeah, humbled a little bit.
Yeah, very humbled, and it's just this powerful thing as they interact with the Elephant Man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh, I got chills just talking about it, Mike.
Cool.
Yeah, and in this particular age, I would say I've wanted to direct this since 1981 when I saw it at the Seattle Rep.
Yeah.
As a young man, and I'd seen the movie the year before, 1980, which was great and won all the Oscars. But when I saw the play, and I saw how they'd stripped it all down, and it was all about the theater of the imagination and theater of the heart.
Yeah.
I was like this for the whole thing, and at the end of it, I was 27 years old, and I thought, oh man.
Which is what, he was like 33 now, something like that?
Yeah, it was 5 years ago.
All right, cool.
Yeah, this is all just the leftovers from the Tempest die. So through the years, it's just always in the back, in the back, in the back. And then before I retired from the pack, I asked Mission Creek if they had a slot open, and I knew that they did. So I said, I'd like to pitch the Elephant Man. And for some reason, they really thought that was a strong option. And I didn't realize that I would be in the pack without being the executive director now. So that's been a little strange, being kind of like the visitor instead of the
So it's a
host.
new guy, Robert, Mr. Cox, he's treating you okay?
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
That was a great hire. The board did a great job.
Yeah, I did. I had him on a little while ago.
Did you?
Yeah, and I met his wife Cheryl. She's a great woman too. So.
And anyway, so by the time it became possible to direct it, the political climate has, I think, turned to such a degree that some of the themes that were strictly about the spirit or about individuals may apply to a larger theme than just the play.
Yeah, cool. All right.
So the idea of, there's a line that I love a lot that one of our candidates for office said. He said, it is the nature of grotesque things that you can't look away. And that's John Merrick.
Yeah, right.
When you see a car wreck,
Yeah.
he was so hideous that people would just lean in and stare at him even when they didn't. And that may have some application now for the people who may not feel as though they have been fully embraced in a more of a political or a social place, and what it must be like to be so lonely and so isolated, and to hear the jeering and the hatred out there just because he looks different.
Well,
And once the heart becomes more and more apparent, and you realize who this man really was, they're trying to be more like him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really impressed by your passion for this, okay? It's obvious that that's really coming through, so.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it's been a long.
And I hope the actors
project.
really pick up your vision on this, too.
Oh, they have. They have made it their own. It's fun just to sit back and just watch it all, because a director's key role is you kind of wind it all up and then sit back and say it's all yours now.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's
But,
scary.
I have the A-team there, I have Terry Sloan and Kathy Smithson at Mission Creek producing it.
Yeah.
Katie Tackman, my assistant director, stage manager.
Great crew.
Don Fox has done the set and the lights. You know, we've got the whole crack team at the PAC doing and then this list of actors that are going to blow you away. So I hope you come see it.
Okay. All right, look, we're going to take a quick break. Then I want to come back. I want to ask Matt about what other future plans he's got in the few minutes we have left. But street talk and other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti. Quick break, and we'll be right back. See you in a minute. So.
Hey friends, this is the Discovery Center at Rocky Reach Dam, where things look exactly like they did in the 1960s. Say cheese. Turns out the way people learn has changed a lot since then.
Gee, Pop, that lecture was swell.
It's about time to create some new and exciting ways to interact with the story of the PUD and our valley. We'll be closed next year while we make some magic happen. So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on the journey.
Highlander Grill and Golf Course is known as one of the finest wedding venues in the Wenatchee area. You do not have to be a member to come to Highlander. Highlander Golf Course offers a first-class backdrop for your wedding day. Our friendly professional staff will ensure your wedding and reception is picture perfect, from every moment leading up to the I do's to when the lights go down at the end of your reception. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
Being able to support yourself and your family is an important part of who we are. We all need to know we're able to provide ourselves with a secure future. Some job seekers have a harder time finding work. That's why Goodwill's Employment Connection Center is here, a free walk-in job search assistance program designed to help people find work. When you shop at or donate to Goodwill, you're really being a job creator, and that's a good thing for everyone's future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Okay, I'm back. Again, I'm with Mr. Matt Cadman, who is directing The Elephant Man, a play that is going to open at the Wenatchee PAC this Thursday night.
America PAC.
Look, my salary doesn't depend. Okay, the Numerica PAC.
There we go.
It's only going to run one weekend, so don't miss it, okay? But hey, what are the plans? What else is in the future for
I am wide open right now.
Matthew, you know?
My wife Camille and I, we keep calling it Act 3. Act 1 was a teaching career. Act 2 was the Numerica PAC, and so Act 3 is wide open.
Yeah, this retirement stuff.
Yeah, you know, I am of retirement age. I'll just put it this way. I have a Medicare card now that I never had before.
You know what's great? I had a hospital bill come in today.
Did it work?
Everything's paid for.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're of that age, aren't we?
Socialism.
Yeah. It's this guy talking about socialism. So it works.
Yeah.
Because I've heard it works, but I'm now of that age where
cool.
I'm probably going to have to find out if it works.
That's pretty cool. So.
Yeah. So at this point, my wife has followed me along for so many careers and so many places that I said, honey, it is time for you to take the lead and we'll do what you want. So
cool.
If she moves on to greener pastures, I'll be happy to, be the guy who hauls all this stuff behind her.
Well, I did that with Rosie. You know, when I finished my master's degray for counseling psychology, I said, you know, honey, I've been to school, you supported me, now it's time for you. She looked at me and said, no, I have a job, not a career.
Ow!
But that's right, she does
that's Rosie too.
This woman volunteers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she handled our church's, Sunday school program for like 19 years. She volunteered with pregnant teens and teen moms, going into places for these kids' parties that I wouldn't have gone without a ballistic vest and a gun.
Yeah.
So no, she's a great woman. She's the primary minister in our house.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's a Colossian.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But hey, appreciate you being here, Matthew. Okay.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it, good buddy.
And good luck on the run.
Thank you.
All right,
yeah.
I'm sure you'll have
Thank
it.
you.
But hey,
Hope to see
street
you
talk and
there.
other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti, stick around. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.